Hey, hi everybody. How are you today? I was just thinking about when I say good morning. I don't know if you've ever seen The Truman Show, the movie with Jim Carrey, but he says this line often enough. They say good morning to one another, and then it's good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So I feel like I should say that each time I say good morning, because it's not morning for everybody right now. So if it's not good morning to you, it's good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Either way. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I was honestly thinking about not doing this today because if you saw my post yesterday, my baby girl had a stomach bug. Well, mom and dad didn't exactly escape that. It's not as bad as her, thankfully, but I was like, oh man. I was like, you know what? No, people need to have this session just as much as I do. Parenting stress, right? Parenting stress is, there's nothing like it because it just feels like it's all the time, right? Your kids are, even if they're not with you all the time, they're always here all the time, right? What can I do for them? What is the best I can do for them? What do they need? All of that stuff. It's just constantly in your head, right? So I wanted to make sure that I did this one today because I know I'm not the only person who can use a little stress relief when it comes to parenting. So I want to go ahead and get started so that way we can, like I said, get some of this out of us. This is one, again, I'm going to tell you at the end, like I always do. I hope that you will repeat it. Use this session more than once. We know when it comes to parent, you could use this session, just have it playing over and over and over in your ear all day. But definitely try and use this one more than once, fairly often, because it can help with dealing with some of the stresses. It can get overwhelming when your kids are just being kids sometimes and you get annoyed because they're loud and you don't want to hear that, right? Yeah, we're adults. We're too overstimulated. We don't need any more chaos. But kids, they're meant to be loud. They're meant to have fun. I'm not saying like when they're fighting to sit back and, oh, this is so lovely. I get it. It's not. But I find myself sometimes when they're having fun and being loud, where it's too much for my ears. So I'm getting annoyed and I'm like, you know what though? That's not their fault. So I'm supposed to tell my kids not to have fun and interact with one another because that's when it gets loud, when they're playing with one another. And that's all of my kids from 17 down to 5. When they're all playing together, I'm like, why in the world would I want to stop that? Because it's not always going to happen. It doesn't happen all that often. So I think using a session like this can just help you kind of step back, maybe take the edge off when things get a little overwhelming. So let's get started. So I want you to rate when you think about parenting stress. How high is your stress level from a 0 to a 10? I'm ready to laugh because I feel like everyone would be like, it's a 10. It's pretty universal, depending on the age of your kids right now and everything. But like I said, mine are 17, 13, 9, and 4. Sorry, I have 4 kids. That's why I had it in my head. She's 5. So it's chaotic, right? It's stressful most of the time. So I would say parenting stress for me would be a 10. Easy. So just go ahead and rate how you feel your stress is from a 0 to a 10. 0 being, I'm in total bliss. My kids are absolute angels and I am the perfect mom. And 10 being, oh my God, I don't know what I signed up for. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to hide under my covers for the rest of the week. Or obviously it can be anywhere in between. So think of your number. Think of how you're feeling right now. And I want you to take a deep breath. Feel some of that stress releasing already. And then I want you to start tapping on the side of the hand and repeat after me, either out loud or in your head. Even though parenting can be really stressful, I completely love and value myself. Even though being a parent can feel really hard sometimes. I acknowledge this feeling, and I know that it's totally common to feel this way. I'm not alone. Even though parenting can feel more like a chore than a privilege sometimes, I accept how I'm feeling, and I'm open to releasing it. Parenting is hard. I can't emphasize that enough. Being a mom is one of the most stressful things I have ever had to do. I love my kids so much, like so much. But sometimes mom life can be really overwhelming. There's always so much to do. There's always someone's needs that need to be taken care of. I'm constantly giving my energy to my kids. And there's no one taking care of me. I have to keep track of everything for everyone. I have to make all the plans. I have to do all the things, all of them. By the time I'm done doing all the things for everyone else, there's no time or energy left to do anything for me. But I know that sacrificing my body, my time, and my mind for my kids, it's the best way to be a great parent. Putting my kids' needs ahead of my own, it's just being a good mom. But what if I did actually take some time for myself? What a concept. I know that my kids need me, and I'll always do my best for them. But I need me too. If I don't take care of me, I can't adequately take care of them. When my needs are taken care of, I have more patience and energy. When I take care of myself and show myself love, I'm able to show more love to my kids. Who doesn't want that? Maybe taking care of myself and my needs is the way to be a good mom. I know the demands of parenting will always be there, and that's okay. But maybe I don't have to stress so much about everything. I'm never going to be a perfect mom, and I'm never going to have perfect kids. And honestly, that doesn't sound like that much fun anyway. Imagine how boring that would be. Everyone perfect. So maybe I can learn to enjoy some of the chaos. I can try to enjoy seeing life through their eyes, through their perspective. It's one of my favorite things to do. I can remember that even though this stage of parenting is tough, I love my kids more than anything, and they are worth it. Today, I choose to do something good for me. Whether that's big or small, it doesn't matter. Something that makes me happy. Today, I choose to make decisions that serve both me and my kids. And taking care of my own needs does serve my kids. Creating balance in my life will help create balance in my kids' lives. It helps them be more stable. I can be the example to my kids of how to care for yourself. And while I'm teaching them to respect that mom is still a person with needs, I'll be learning and practicing that same respect toward myself. Because I'm worth it too. Good. Go ahead, take a deep breath. And now I want you to tap on the gamut point on the back of the hand. And we're going to stay here. So if you want to close your eyes during this for visualization, that is great. So I want you to picture yourself with this warm golden ball of light. And it starts in the center of your chest. It starts in your heart area. And you can feel that light and that warmth spreading throughout your body in the most beautiful way. You feel the joy, the positivity, the happiness, the calm, the peace. You feel this positive energy just flowing throughout your body. And really experience what that feels like. Peace, joy, relaxation. And picture yourself going through your day, giving yourself and your kids a little more grace. We're not meant to be perfect. None of us. So if you get a little testy with your kids and maybe snap on them, they talk back to you. Let's give each other and ourselves a little bit of grace. Maybe be curious about what's happening, about how we're feeling, about how they're feeling. It's okay to be honest with ourselves about how we're feeling, because that's the only way we can address those feelings and move past any negative feelings that we are experiencing. So picture that warm light inside of you, carrying all of these positive emotions, all of this grace, and it fills you up and it radiates from you. Just picture this halo around you, these rays coming out of all of this energy. And you then are giving that energy to your kids. They feel that energy. Mom has a lot of power with her energy. It's a huge responsibility, right? With great power comes great responsibility. That's how it works. Because it is powerful. We really do have the capability to kind of influence the mood of our home. So while that is a big responsibility, we can take that with pride, with joy, with love, knowing that we're working on ourselves to be better people. And that sets a great tone for everyone in the house. Our kids will learn to be more calm, to be more kind, more caring when we're doing that same thing. So picture your kids, their faces, when they feel mom's energy, good energy, positive energy. And then you see them start to light up. And you see them start to radiate all of this positive energy. And they go out into the world and they send that energy. And we just spread all of this kindness and joy. The stress kind of seems to melt away when you look at it like that. The things like the house not being clean, or, I mean, that's my big thing. Or they're not eating what you made for them. Ugh, that's another one. Those things, though, while we know that cleanliness and nutrition, of course, are important, we don't have to stress so much about it day to day. Because if we're not stressed, if we're radiating this energy, we are creating a better environment for our kids to listen better, to clean up after themselves because they're happy to do it, to eat better because they're more apt to try new things. So this energy that you can feel inside of you, this warmth, this light, it just makes everything good. I want you to really feel that going throughout your day with your kids, whatever it is that you do, and everyone has a smile. You know, we're not the Brady Bunch or anything like that, but it's just everything happens with more ease. And at the end of the day, you're more calm than you've ever been. The kids are more calm than they've ever been. And it really just ended up being a great day. So just feel that in your body and how good that feels. Good. Take another deep breath. And now I want you to rate how you're feeling again when you think about parenting stress. If you were a 10 before, maybe you move to a 9, 8, 7. That's great. Even a little shift is fantastic because you're not in the same place you were before. You're a little better than you were before. For me, I mean, right now, my kids are downstairs. Like, I can hear them downstairs and it's a little chaotic. In the beginning of my video, it was really catching me. And I was like, oh my God, just chill out down there, right? And now I'm like, okay, take a breath. Are they killing each other? No, thank goodness. That's a plus. Nothing bad is happening. It's just a little loud. It's okay. It's okay. I feel a lot better than I did when I first started this. I would say I went from a 10 probably to a 5. I mean, cutting the stress in half, that's huge. You know, I'm not saying you're going to go from a 10 to a 0, not in one round, and especially not for something that happens all the time. Our kids they're ever present, right? So we know that that stress is always going to be there. But being able to take control of that in just a few minutes, that's amazing. And it can have such a great impact on you and your kids and everyone else around. So I hope that this helped you shift a little bit, if not a lot. I would love to know what your numbers were and what they are now. So if you can let me know in the comments, what did you start at, your stress level, and what did you end at after the tapping session? Let me know. Because these are things that I like to know, because I like to know if these sessions are helpful, right? I don't want to be doing these sessions if you guys are like, ugh, this doesn't do anything for me. But if they're helpful, then I definitely want to do more of that. You know, I could do this session again and again, probably. Even it, you know, I know it's recorded and you guys can watch it again, but I could do this probably once a month and people will be like, yes, absolutely. That's what I'm hoping. So let me know your numbers, because if you made any sort of decrease in your number, that's awesome. And like I said, it's a huge, good first step in managing the overall stress in parenting. Like I said, I know that this is not just, oh, easy, perfect, you know, it's a total cure. I'm great. I understand that. I really do. But like I said, just being able to at least take control and not feel like you're just so overwhelmed and you have zero say about anything, you know, in that moment, that's what it feels like. To have a little bit of control over how you're responding to things, it really feels empowering. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I would love to know if there are any other kinds of sessions that you're looking for, because I would love to do those for you. So let me know in the comments or message me like, hey, this is what I struggle with. Can you do a session? I'm totally down. So I hope this was good. I hope you all have a great week coming up. Let's start the week with good vibes. And we will be tapping again next week. It should be on Saturday next week. I had to go buy my car finally yesterday. It's been 3 months since I've had a car since our accident. So it had to get done. Couldn't do tapping on the Saturday, but we'll do it next Saturday instead of Sunday. Unless this works better for you, let me know. So we'll see each other again in a week. We'll do a new topic. I'll let you know what that is sometime midweek. And have an awesome week. I love you all. I can't wait to tap with you again soon. Bye.